Hey guys, today we're looking at an Airsoft Claymore replica that has a knife edge sight, it has a tripwire, infrared, remote detonator, and all for 46 bucks? Well, that definitely begs the question, is it shit? Stay tuned to find out. Hey everybody, welcome. If this is your first time here and you're into gear guides and gun reviews and gameplay and all sorts of other cool airsoft stuff, make sure you join us by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss anything. Today we're looking at this guy right here. This is the Skywin 1-to-1 Airsoft replica of the M18A1 Claymore directional anti-personnel mine with remote control detonation with a replica M57 firing device. And the real original Claymore is used all over the world in countries everywhere. Of course, the back part on the real deal contains C4, and it's kind of interesting that we're going to be using this to expel BBs, which is kind of what the real Claymore actually does. But instead of 6mm plastic airsoft BBs, it has a fragmentation face that expels about 700 of these little 3.2mm steel spheres in a plastic matrix. And I know we want to see this replica in action to answer the question, is it shit? And we're going to do that. But first, let's see what's in the box.
What's in the box?
Alright guys, today we're looking at a replica of the M18A1 Claymore anti-personnel mine. So its explosive range is 8 to 12 meters. Let's dig into it and find out. Alright, so there we go. Alright, so it does come with its own rechargeable battery. It looks like a little AAA size battery, but it says it's a lithium ion battery. 3.7 volt. So we got a battery, we've got our detonator, on off switch, very toy-like plastic. Here's the body. It's actually more heavy duty than I thought it would be. It's pretty reasonably heavy compared to what I was expecting. The legs appear to be metal. I'm guessing this is going to be how you load it. So it looks like it's actually armed at the moment. You just drop your BBs in there, I guess, and then close it, and it's good to go. And now let's see what else we got. So we got our detonator, battery, body itself. We've got a spool of thread. So I'm guessing this is probably to be able to hook up some type of tripwire mechanism or something like that. We'll figure that out too. Charger for our battery. And I guess these are what they call water BBs. Got a little utility screwdriver. Boom. Alright, so there's your insides. Looks like it goes right there. Let me drop it in. Wow. That actually works pretty damn good. Close it up. Get our legs straight again. And here we go. Wow. Go ahead and close this guy back up and put our key in it. All right, fold our legs up. All right, there you go, guys. Operating the Claymore is pretty straightforward. You just take the key out, then once you've got the front face open, there's a little button inside that's called the reposition switch. It's actually just basically the power button for the base. Once you turn it on, you're going to see a little infrared light come on, which is basically just a power indicator. As far as I can tell, there is no actual infrared detection on this thing. It's either the tripwire or the detonator. Loading it is super easy. You just slide the vent open and use a speed loader to crank your BBs down inside, or you can even pour them straight in from the bottle. I think that's good. Then just position it between about 8 and 12 meters and turn on your detonator and you're good to go.
Go for it.
But the big question for me was, will this thing actually expel BBs hard enough to make a mark on the Spider-Verse target? It looks like maybe we got one. There's definitely a few quirky things that we definitely want to call attention to. Number one, a lot of the BBs don't expel. And then number two, the instructions actually say that there's a reposition switch on the outside of the base, but it's actually not. It's just on the inside. So you have to have the face open to turn the power on, which will be nice if you could actually reposition it from a button on the outside, but you can't. Then another observation is that the water BBs that come with the device are, as far as I can tell, pretty worthless. They're extremely tiny, way too tiny to be useful, and we soaked them in some water for a good while to see if they would grow. They did get about twice their size, but still pretty useless. And then lastly, and probably most importantly, the detonator's kind of finicky. Not working? Just come press the button. Sometimes it would work and sometimes it wouldn't, and I can't figure out why. Just press the button. Wasn't bad. The tripwire doesn't seem all that useful to me. I can't think of a lot of real world scenarios where you would actually use it, but it works. Alright, whenever you're ready, just give it a tug. Was there any babies in it?
No.
Seems like it would be kind of awkward to rig it up with you having to pull forward on the device. But to answer the question, is it shit? Absolutely not. It's actually pretty surprisingly good. It's sturdy, and it fires pretty hard and pretty far. I've seen these things advertised for a long time, and I always expected them to be on par with like the spring-powered grenades, but it's really not. It's really pretty good. If I could get the detonator to work 100% of the time, I could see myself using this on a regular basis. We play some game modes where you have to control a building at the center of the map, and I can actually see a lot of good uses for this. You could position this on an inside corner of the building. As long as you've got line of sight to see when somebody goes into the building from the opposing team, and you've got that remote detonator, boom. Alright guys, that's a wrap on this edition of Is It Shit? Be sure to tell us what you thought about it in the comments below. Did it surprise you just like it surprised us? For 46 bucks, could you actually see yourself placing this somewhere on the field? I mean, with the remote control detonator, it makes it pretty easy. But guys, if you like what we're doing here and you haven't already, join us on our airsoft journey by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video when they come out. And until then, we'll see you next time.
Did you turn it on?